For us now, it's we've got our stock to a good standard. We now got to keep it at that standard and keep delivering against that. So very much our programme is about going into the individual properties, making sure the kitchens, bathrooms, wiring, all the rest have actually been done. On the development front, we've had our second new build scheme has completed at Avondale, 22 affordable rent homes, which was very successful and let very well, which we're really pleased about. A key aim for us is transforming people's lives. The work that we do and recognising that from the very basics to you're in people's homes, so you're coming in, you're going into the homes to do stuff. And the aim for us is to do stuff that actually makes a difference to people's lives. I think if you have that as the core of what you're trying to do, I think it makes you deliver the services properly and in a better way, that it's not just bricks and mortar and replacing windows. Actually, there's a human being involved in this. And really, as a trust, we're trying to make an impact and change somebody's lives.
We were both living with our parents, so it was hard. We were living separately and I had Zen, so we were just made up to get somewhere. He offered us the property. A week later we come and seen the property, and then a couple of days after that we got the keys. So we moved in straight away. So we've had a visit from somebody from Halton Housing just to check on how we were doing, and that's it really. If we have any problems we just give them a ring.
We plan to put his swing up, and the garden's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He's been so much settled since we've moved in.
Yeah. He's come out of his shell since we moved in. Yeah.
We can see the value that organisations like the hospice, like Norton Priory, like the National Carbon Monoxide Awareness Campaign, which is based here in Runcorn, actually make to real people's lives, and how that difference adds to the general value of living in the borough of Halton.
Like any hospice, what we do is specialist palliative care. But there are two other really important services which are perhaps not quite so obvious. One is our day hospice, where we have up to 12 people a day come into our day hospice, and we have our family support service.
Halton Housing Trust, when they formed, decided to have charities of the year that they would support. We are now currently in our 5th year in partnership with Halton Housing Trust, and each year their employees get one vote, and we have been lucky enough to secure for the last 5 years Halton Housing Trust's vote.
Over the last 4 years, we've invested just under 700,000 in terms of the infrastructure of the hospice, and Halton Housing Trust has been absolutely key in every part of that. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a whole team here from Halton Housing Trust for 2 weeks who completely refurbished the corridor that's behind us. It's a kind of an ideal example of how a corporate charity partnership should work, with respect and some feedback from us to the trust too, I hope.
As an organisation, as a hospice, without their help, without their funding, without their support, and without their raising awareness of the hospice movement and what we do, we couldn't run as efficiently and as smoothly as we currently do. So on behalf of the hospice, I can't thank Halton Housing Trust enough.
Halton Borough Council had done consultation within the area of Crowwood, and they had the idea of street snooker, which was something launched on the BBC about 2 years ago, and they've been in quite a popular demand, so they thought it'd be a really good idea to try and bring it to Crowwood Park, but there was a problem with funding. They could get £5,000 from their area forum funding, and they needed someone to match that, so they came to Halton Housing Trust, and through the Beyond the Garden Gate programme we were able to provide the other £5,000, and that's what we've got today. And we feel like it's a really good positive image for Halton.
So looking to the future, there are 4 priorities that we need to respond to. First of those is to protect our current income stream, particularly and with the backdrop of welfare reform. The second is to ensure that we spend every pound as effectively as possible, so we need to maintain our drive on value for money and efficiency. Thirdly, we need to ensure that we find new sources of income so that we build upon some of the things we do really well at the moment, but sell those to a wider audience through our commercial subsidiary organisation. And finally, we need to ensure that we personalise our services, stop providing the same thing to everybody, and instead respond to people's individual needs and requirements.
I think the last 3 years have seen a huge amount of change, partly driven by the fact that there's been a massive change in the sector caused by the change of government, welfare reforms and sort of sectoral reforms. So there's a huge amount of change. Essentially, the Trust has had to look at how it works. We've changed the way we work. People now work very differently, very different hours and in very different places to reflect where our customers are and what they need. In turn, that enables us to invest more money in other things that really matter and to use those efficiencies to benefit the community, to build the neighbourhoods, etc. And in this day and age where we need to spend every penny wisely, we are going to have less money. We are going to have to work closer with our customers for what matters. We are going to have to change some of the things that we do and ensure that we get better value for money. Doing that with our customers is really important. Making sure that we keep doing the most important things, even if we have to change doing some of the other things. We can then spend our money more wisely and make sure that it counts as far as our local community is concerned.